Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Game release in Korea is approaching and there are only a few days left before we'll be able to start our adventure, as Throne and Liberty has been long awaited and it is finally here. I will make sure to give you tips and show you the most important things you need to know once you start playing. This guide will get you through what you need at the beginning of the character development and after you create a character and complete the tutorial at the beginning. As you progress, you will see a purple option, which is the mission displayed on the right. This part will introduce you to the core content of the game. After arriving at the first village, additional options will unlock Codex. You will need to click on the icon on the right side of the screen. This will open a content notification and it is recommended to follow up on the content to have stable progress in the game. Purple represents an adventure codex, light blue is an exploration codex, yellow is a resistance group request, and light green is a guild request option. The adventure codex is a mission that contains the main story of the game. As you progress, you can reveal new areas and acquire items essential for your growth. Click the codex at the top of the menu and click the Adventure tab to view the progress of various Adventure Codexes. Adventure Codex is divided into several chain adventures, and after completing each stage of the Adventure Codex, you will be able to claim the reward up to the final reward. In some cases, you can select the final reward as desired, as it is shown in this case. There are also additional recommended tasks in each of the stages that can help with your growth, but they are not mandatory to complete and obtain a final reward from the Adventure Codex. The next is an Exploration Codex. These are additional ambitions that are in most cases bound to hunting in regions and have their rewards once completed. You can see the Collection Codex, and these are practically the documents that you will find during your adventures at random locations, and once collected, you obtain cosmetic coins which you can use to purchase cosmetic items. Next, we have a request from the Resistance Army. If you go to Villages Quest Manager, you can complete these quests and receive various rewards. However, the quest can only be accepted if you are level 11 or higher. What you need to pay the most attention to is the Adventure Codex and not skip the mandatory parts to progress and not leave the quests unfinished, so you won't end up reaching the limit on several quests that you can have simultaneously. This number is usually between 4 and 5, but it all depends on a level. Make sure to receive multiple quests targeting the same monster, since there are duplicates you can complete the quest more quickly and efficiently. Each time you accept a quest, contract rights are consumed, but they are recharged after a certain period of time. However, if the number of quest contracts you have exceeded the maximum quantity, they are not recharged. You can also abort a quest once accepted the request, but in this case you cannot receive a refund for the contract rights. So before accepting the request, please take a good look at the rewards and the content of it. Guild requests are quests that can be completed by guild members together. These requests can be checked in the guild menu, and the guild leader or appointed guild officer can accept or change the quest. These quests include hunting a large number of monsters, and this is why it is needed to join forces with the guild members. When it comes to guild requests, in some cases guild members participate and complete the task, and all guild members can receive the reward, so it is better to join the guild from the very beginning. Lastly, there are local events that involve hunting in an open field. This is a competitive content where you can compete for ranking by collecting items. There are various strategies for collecting items in each region, so if you utilize them well, you can create a dramatic turnaround. By clicking on the notification under the map, you will be able to see regional events displayed and the ones that are currently active. There is a detailed schedule table button on the map which can help you organize and prepare on time for those events. Each of the local events is ranked according to contribution. The higher the rank, the more rewards you receive. Regional events are divided into peace zones and conflict zones. Battles between users are not possible in the peace zones, but battles between users are possible in the conflict zones. In particular, the first regional event to be opened is the peace zone one, so be sure to give it a try. There are also guild area events because you can compete for ranking by the guild. Now that we have gone through the basics and explained how important knowledge of Codex is, we can start talking about weapon combinations and environment systems necessary for efficient combat and quick hunting. Players can equip two weapons and they can freely combine and use them in various ways. In this example, after equipping the longbow and magic wand, you can check in the skill window of the two weapon sets as follows. The top is the one equipped in the set number 1. It is a longbow skill, and the skill at the bottom is a magical wand skill equipped in set 2. Each skill set is divided into use skills and active skills. The left one is a use skill that must be pressed directly to use, and the right one is a skill that is used automatically when registered in the quick slot. This is the active skill that is applied. At the bottom, there is a quick slot to set the skill you will use. You can add it by dragging the skill at the bottom and removing it outside or double clicking it. There are 12 skills in the quick slot and 2 skills to use. You can use 8 active skills. This means that you can freely mix the active skills between the two weapons that you have equipped. Basic attack is determined based on the weapon you are currently holding, and it is automatically activated when you use a skill with a weapon from a different set. So by changing a weapon, you are making changes to your basic attack. You can select up to 8 of the 16 active skills of different types of weapons equipped in each set. If you register in the quick slot, you can add the weapon even if you're not using it. You will receive the bonus effect of the stats, but you can see various combinations and you can play around with it until you create your own weapon combination and set of skills. As ranged, you would want to avoid melee attacks and make stable long distance damage. In this example, with a wand, you can disable target by using the nightmare skill that puts the opponent into a sleeping state. Now, what is important is that if you attack an opponent who is in a sleep state, you can deal a guaranteed critical attack. By combining weapons, you can then use a skill with the most damage so you can maximize the efficiency. Each in-game situation requires a different approach. Whether you're fighting a single target or multiple targets, there are always options that you can test to find the best solution for such type of combat. Each skill set has one of the defense skills that you can see on the leftmost side. Every weapon has a unique defense skill. You can use only one of the 2 defense skills, and to use the one that you want, you must register it in the quick slot. While fighting with the longbow, you can then switch to a magic wand to quickly use the defense skill and then switch back to the longbow to continue DPSing. There is no single right answer for weapon combination, and what you have seen so far, it is just an example. Each weapon skill set and recommended combinations have different synergies and effectiveness depending on each situation. So it is best to carefully consider how to use the skill in a different environment rather than blindly following it. By hovering your mouse cursor over the icon on the left side of the minimap, you will see the current weather and you can check the hour to be aware of the day and night shifts. When it rains, you can see the water droplets forming on the screen, and it becomes brighter or darker depending is it day or night. These changes in the environment also affect the battle. If you take a look at the longbow skill arrowhead, which is an active skill, the direction that matches the wind additionally increases the firing. Environmental changes also apply to specific dungeons where you can enter only at a specific time of the day or night. And then we have dungeons that open only when it rains. But some dungeons are not affected by these changes at all. Keep in mind that weather changes also affect the NPC behavior patterns, as there are goblins that only appear at night to attack the villagers, and then we have also monsters that fall asleep at night and lose their aggressive state. Also, the damage received from some plant type monster decreases when it rains. There are many details that you'll be able to experience in the game. Now, the interesting part is that there are also Transcendence skills that allow you to change the environment yourself. Using a specific skill, you can change the direction of the wind, day and night, or make it rain. However, the Transcendence skill can only be used by the best ones and have a really long cooldown, and it would be the best to use it only when necessary. I hope you're excited as I am with the upcoming official release. Please do tell me which part you find most interesting and which weapon combination you are looking first to test. If you would like to see more content like this, please subscribe, comment and share it. It would mean a lot to me. Thank you for watching and see ya in the next video.